In 2004, a boy at the age of 5 years old went to see one of the greatest movies of all time. And he waited so long just to see the most anticipated sequel of all time. But this never came to pass. And now, 14 years later, that same boy got a call from an anonymous source that would change his life forever. Hello?
We need you now.
Showtime.
Yeah. Alright, let's do this. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gamessnia and welcome back to the Gamessnia Show yet again, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know about you guys, but I am feeling super right now. Like, super, beyond it. In fact, that's not the word for it, actually. Is that amazing? No. Spectacular? No, that's not it. Yeah, no, not that. I want to say fantastic, but I feel like that's not it. Got it. I feel incredible. And speaking of incredible, boy, I want to talk about something today. A film from Disney Pixar, and you may know who Disney Pixar is because pretty much everyone knows who they are. If you don't, you've probably been living under a rock for a couple of years, or give a good amount of years, like 50 maybe. But if you don't know who they are, just your brain's not working for this portion of the video, then they're practically one of the biggest film companies. There's a fucking theme park based around Disneyland, you know. And you know what? I feel like I need to talk about this movie because it's my favorite Disney Pixar movie to date. I am of course talking about pretty much the masterpiece. I'm not fucking lie. That is The Incredibles.
So I finally get to talk about a movie on my channel for once. Not for very long, but for differently. Incredibles. One of my favorite, if not my favorite Disney Pixar movie of all time. And for very good reasons, as this was very critically acclaimed throughout the internet. And for good reasons too. I mean, this movie is near masterful. And now that sequel has been announced for over 10 years because we always wanted one. And focusing on more than just Mr. Incredible, I personally cannot wait to see this movie because it's going to be so fucking fun. And in 2018 it's been full of surprises, so I don't know, maybe this is going to beat the original, and maybe it will. And we get Jack's new powers, and you know what? I won't be surprised if this actually bet the original.
So yeah, like I said, Incredibles 2 comes out in, I don't know, like in a while, I think it's like 15th of July it comes out or so for the UK, as it's already been out for the US for a while, so calm your jets by instantly you typing on that screen right now.
Oh my god, Gamessnia, get your facts right. It's not like you actually read it, because if you did, you'd find it's in the US. I'm going to dislike you now and to report you to YouTube.
Yeah, don't even bother with that shit, okay? I know there's people like that would instantly see one thing on my videos and just fucking start being a little bitch about it, saying it's out in the US, but it's not. It's out in the US, so it must be out in the UK. Well, it's not, okay? Because I live in the UK and it ain't in the fucking UK. Alright, it's not. It's in the fucking US. It's not in the UK yet. Anyway, sorry about that. We've waited over 10 years for this to happen, and we never thought it would happen. So to commemorate that, for one of my favourite movies of all time getting a sequel, I feel like I need to do something special for you on here for the Gamessnia Show. Well, not really special, but something on the Gamessnia Show to commemorate that. To commemorate that coming out, finally. Because it's a film sequel we've always wanted, but we never got it. Like, seriously. So, I feel like I needed to talk about one of the Incredibles games. And yes, I said one of them, because there's actually two. Rise of the Underminer, which is actually took it, like, it's based on what the sequel was supposed to be in the first place, really, apparently. And there was Incredibles game, which is based on the movie. Now, I was originally going to do the Rise of the Underminer one, but I felt like that was too easy because that was basically one of my childhood games right there. I always played co-op on there, so it was more fun. So I'm going to talk about Incredibles movie game, which is based on the movie, obviously. And so I want to talk about that because I've played that less, and when I started playing it, I was like, I haven't played it in years actually, and I can't remember much from it actually. So I'm going into this not knowing at all what I'm expecting. Like, I don't know what to expect. I remember parts of the game, but I don't really remember what it felt like to play it. Like how, like, you know, the experience I had when I was playing it. So this will be very interesting. For the first time in the Gamessnia Show, I'll have nothing to work with heading in, like nothing to work with. So, you know what? But I'm not gonna drag this on. Let's get this on. Let's get this on. And let's dissect Incredibles on PS2. And like Mr. Incredible once said, it's showtime.
Now, before we start the actual game itself, I just want to speak about this loading screen, how it is very generic, but still great at the same time, with a nice jazzy, incredible theme, and a narration from a very similar character.
Don't you want to see Frozone in action?
Well, no, Frozone. This is actually about the Incredibles, and not you, so, stupid Frozone. Nah, but to be fair, Frozone isn't in this game that much, which is really sad in my opinion, because you could have gotten to play as Frozone or, you know, do anything with him. But weirdly enough, the guy who plays Frozone, Samuel Jackson, actually narrates in this game and just doesn't narrate, just speaks random shit.
Reach out and grapple onto those things. They'll get you across. Press this button to grab onto those grapple points. That's right. Swing, girl. Swing! Lift that thing out of the way. Bring yourself over that gap with that thing. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get this thing on!
Now, to be honest, the first level is really one of my favourite because of the narration from Samuel Jackson. And as Frozone isn't in the game that much, why couldn't we have had the narration entirely from Samuel Jackson? That would have made the game better, in my opinion.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Anyway, onto the game itself. In this game, you play as all 4 members of the Power family, and each individual family member has their own playstyle. Mr. and Mrs. Incredible acts like an action type of thing, with difference in gameplay sometimes. Violet acts like a Metal Gear Solid stealth type of thing going on, although it's not like that much. And Dash acts like a more get to the end type of thing, where you have to reach the end without hitting anything in the course. And there is an Incredible section, but really, in my opinion, that this section is only like kind of just forced on in the end. So I probably won't talk about this much in the review because it's not that great and just doesn't stand out as well. But yeah, I'll talk about Mr. Incredible for a second. To be honest, his levels aren't that great because the hit detection in these levels are just so criminal. Like, look at how much I miss these guys. I hit them, like, I can hit them if I face them, but I just can't hit them regardless, especially when there's, like, tons of them around me. And it's so fucking annoying. Really. Whereas Mrs. Incredible's hit detection is it's surprisingly very accurate and everything, and it's annoying because Mr. Incredible takes up most of the game. I'll just show you this right now actually. Mr. Incredible takes up 60% of the game. Elastigirl takes up 25%. Now for the other two, Dash, he takes up 10% of the game. And Violet, who only has who only like 2 levels, is 5%. You see what I mean? What the fuck? Anyway, Mrs. Incredible. It's kind of like Mr. Incredible, actually, in that sense, but it's much more approachable and tolerable, to say the least. And even though she hasn't got as much levels as Mr. Incredible, it's much more better in that sense because there's much more puzzle solving in that sense, and much more approachable situations. While Mr. Incredible is pretty much just a beat 'em up and everything, and there's no like puzzles and everything. It's just hectic, you know, button mashing for all of it all. Dash is more like just getting start to finish racing and trying to avoid hitting anything else in this path. And while this is generic, it can be really fun sometimes, but like I said, generic a lot of the time. Violet sections, like I said also, Metal Gear style situations where she's all stealthy. And even though this is annoying, these levels, as you only play her once, which is bullshit, it can be fun for that duration, but... Oh, but hey, do you guys remember Syndrome for the movie? This game sure doesn't, because in this game, Syndrome is nowhere to appear, but he is mentioned in the game, perhaps. And it is just pathetic that the greatest villain in Pixar history is not in the game, but the fucking Omnidroid is, by the way. The Omnidroid is, and I get that. It's a threat. The Omnidroid is a massive threat in the movie, but Syndrome isn't. And you know what? It's just pathetic that they didn't even include Syndrome at all. And he's in cutscenes too. And you know what? Also, pet peeve, audio cues in this game. Because I swear to God, if I hear Mr. Incredible say, I'm out of shape one more time, I'm going to fucking lose it. You know, just like this.
I must be out of shape. I gotta get in 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 shape. I must be out of shape.
Or, if I have to hear this way one last time.
This way! This way! This way! This way!
I must be out of shape. I gotta get in shape. I
This
gotta
way!
get in shape.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
But hey, it's not like they offer different boss battles each time. It's the same boss battle with the Omnidroid again. And after going through one of the most cryptic levels I've ever seen in my entire life, probably, you know, so cryptic and so bad, we get on to the final boss fight. And I swear to God, it tries to be unique in every possible way, but it fails miserably. Because the last section of it, we have to put the drill through them. It's just, I don't even know what I fucking do. I tried to avoid these cars as much as possible, and I couldn't half the time, and I could sometimes. Oh my God, this is trying to be a different boss fight from the rest. Like, seriously different. Jesus. This is, oh my God, I can't even describe I can't even just say what it is. This boss fight is just shit, okay? It tries to be someone else in the other two, but it is the exact same thing. It's trying to hide the fact of how hidden it is, okay? It's just shit, okay? That's all I can say for it. So, you boot the drill into the robot's heart, and this is just pathetic, really. There's no revelation afterwards. It just ends abruptly, and this is pathetic. Okay, you run at the boss, and then you hit him again, and it's stage and stage again. This is pathetic, and what falls more is where I just fucking lost it. Listen to this. And again, please. And again. And one more time. You know what? I don't even need to insult that. That just explains how lazy this game is now. That's it. I'm jumping out the window because I can't fucking take this anymore. I'm doing it. I am actually doing it.
Alright, now that we spoke about enough about the Incredibles video game, I think I'm gonna decide the conclusion, the final verdict to this game. I needed time to think about this, really, but due to really of how short the campaign is and how that's the only thing in the actual game that, like, the campaign is the only thing in the actual game that is there, and the fact that most of the campaign you play as Mr. Incredible, and some of it is by Elastigirl, and there's only like a couple missions with the two children, Dash and Violet, and that's not fair. That is really, and yeah, it was like that in the movie, but at least they focused on the characters more. It's really bullshit, like how they avoid that and everything. You forget that they're there. I forgot that Violet was actually there. When I played Dash, it says, oh, Dash is in here. It says, and then it wasn't until like the last bit of the game where I had to play as Violet. Why couldn't they add a Violet stage in the beginning of the game? And just the fact, like I said, you could complete it in about 4 hours or so, or maybe 5 even if you're taking a while. But, and also the fact that the combat system's there, and there's not much to add with it, like, and it's just disappointing for a video game, and it just doesn't match up to the whole movie. The Incredibles movie is a great, amazing movie to watch with your kids, or to watch with your friends, or whoever, anyone really. But the Incredibles game, and the fact that the levels just end abruptly is just weird. But anyway, enough of that. Final verdict. I'm gonna have to give this a very first time. I don't want to give it this, but I feel like it has to get it because it doesn't live up to it at all. It doesn't live up at all to the name, The Incredibles, and it's kind of a waste of time, to be honest. I mean, I would maybe say it's the game when you're drunk, just to play randomly, just to waste time, but not even that. Don't even buy this game because it's just, go buy Rise of the Underminer because it's a way better game in my opinion, because that is actually worth its while, and it's quite a good game. Really good actually. I don't judge it. But anyway, I'm going to give this a final verdict. I've no bullshitting you. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10 because I think it is very tackled on. It is very shit and very boring sometimes. It can be fun, but that's it. Fun sometimes, but the rest of the time it's just boring as shit. And yeah, the artwork in the game you get is great, but that's it. I can't really say anything else about it. It sucks really because it's my favourite film of all time as well. But anyway, yeah, I know it's not the best. I know it wasn't like the best way to commemorate The Incredibles, but I wanted to celebrate today. And you know what? I'm gonna be seeing Incredibles 2 soon. Soon, when it comes out, I'll be seeing that, and you know, I'm gonna see if it's that good. Like, I hope it's good. If it's a shit sequel to the original, then that's gonna ruin my childhood, to be honest. Well, not ruin my childhood. It will kind of just like I'll kind of think to myself, damn, that I've waited 15 years for that, but very disappointing. I hope that the Incredibles 2 movie that comes out in a week or so isn't as disappointing as this game. I hope not. But anyway, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And remember, guys, have an incredible day.
Hey guys, Gamessnia here, and I hope you all enjoyed today's Gamessnia episode on the Incredibles game. You know, just expressing my opinion. But I just want to say something. Yes, I have seen The Incredibles 2, by the way, because I said that I'm going to be seeing it a couple of weeks. I already saw it like 2 weeks ago or so when I'm recording this, when this video is going to be out eventually. And you know what? It's a fantastic movie, actually. It's better than the original, in my opinion. I just want to discuss this right now because I know people. I know the film has been out for a while in the UK, but still, in The Incredibles 2, there is a sort of scene with flashing lights and everything. And me being a person who has epilepsy himself, I don't want I don't want anybody to experience. I don't want anybody to go into this film seeing, you know, this scene and then possibly going to hospital, because it is a massive scene and it affects a lot of people with epilepsy. It did affect me slightly, but not much because I'm on medication. But let's not discuss my personal life because you don't want to know that. But still. I just want to discuss this. Watch at your own risk as too, and I know people won't watch this as well. I know a lot of people won't watch this, including the ending of this. I doubt they'll see this bit, but I just want to put that out there, saying warning, guys, and everything. But yeah, I just want to say that right now because I felt like saying it. But anyway, guys, I did hope you all enjoyed this Gamessnia Show episode. And you know what, guys, I'm also going to say right now, I'm thinking of doing more ideas for the Gamessnia Show, because all I've been doing really is just episodes of the Gamessnia Show. So I thought to myself, why not do other ideas for it? Not just do one Gamessnia Show episode. How about I make more videos type of that? And I know I'm struggling to do it right now. It's just tough and everything, trying to get all the clips there, because I had a bit of trouble with the Incredibles game right now. But I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, anyway, I'll discuss that all later, especially, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like this. If you liked it, just obviously press the like button, you know, and share this with your friends. I'm about to try and get more people out there seeing my videos, so I can get more, so more ideas can come in and everything. Subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff and everything. But anyway, guys, I don't like saying this all, but you know. Anyway, guys, I will see you all in the next Gamessnia Show episode, or I'll see you in another video. I don't know. We don't know yet. But anyway, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. Peace out.